Hello, my peeps and peepers. This is KatDon, and today I wanted to share with you guys with something that's been kind of bugging me, but now I think I figured out why. Remember when I said about, oh, I hope they like my idea, but if they don't, then that's okay? Or anything related to that? Truth of the matter is, I'm really scared of my ideas being rejected. But you know what? Some ideas do work while others don't. And some people would think, okay, this is the most stupid idea that anyone has ever come across. I have a really big fear among that, and I really hate that. Also, I know this is gonna sound stupid, but I saw this commercial once that kind of knew my fear. The guy was expressing his idea to some people, and when they listened, they stared at him blankly, and all of a sudden, one makes fun of him and laughs at him, and then the others joke around and made fun of him in a very mean way, taunting him and just laughing at his stupid idea. Now that is what I really hate. I really hate where I get to express my ideas and be like, oh, this is what I have. I'm really scared of expressing myself, and my fears are really coming back, and I really hate that rejection. And also, where does this fear actually come from? Well, I was in my freshman year of high school, and I had this very outgoing teacher. And I have to say, even though maybe she didn't have the heart to teach us a lot and this, that, and the other, she actually taught me how to laugh and brought me out of my uptight mood. Well, she put me in charge of a group, and let's just say I don't do well with groups and crowds and other sorts of people. So I was put as a leader. Not what I had in mind, but I thought, oh, this is going to be cool. So we were coming up with a name, and I actually came up with this one. I can't remember what it was, but then they just looked at me and they're like, what? And they're like, that's the most stupidest thing I've ever heard. I'm like, yeah, but I was just like, I know it. I mean, I couldn't even come up with anything more than that. I know that's not a really big deal, but sometimes it wasn't just school, but sometimes I would share my ideas with a few people that I meet and think that they're awesome, but in the end, they just look at my ideas and they're like, yeah, no, not gonna happen. And sometimes when I do express that, they're like, I like this idea, but then they don't do it. So I'm like, so you're not gonna use my idea. But my mom always told me, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. You know, when I come up with a big idea and when they say they were gonna do it, but they don't, it really hurts. Have you guys ever been through that? The only reason why I'm doing this podcast is because I'm wondering, you guys go through that whole rejection and afraid of being laughed at for expressing your ideas? Have you ever been through that before? Tell me, have you? If you have, please let me know in the comments below. But if you haven't, then perhaps maybe you should, because sometimes people are lucky that they got their ideas shared. I'm not saying anything is impossible. No, I'm saying it is possible, but sometimes maybe it won't work out. Maybe people will think your idea is pretty stupid. Be prepared for that. But also, at the same time, never be afraid to express yourself. I'm gonna have to work on really dealing with that fear and that whole rejection. I really hate being rejected just for an idea or just for me. I wonder, you guys go through that? I know I repeated it before, but I'm gonna say it again. Do you go through that? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you. Bye-bye.